Is IT pre-sales a good career choice for you for a long term? We'll discuss in this video. Hi everyone, this is Dinesh. Let's get into the video. So, before discussing about a career choice as IT pre-sales, I would like to give you a very high-level overview about what IT pre-sales is all about for people, who are very new to this domain. For IT pre-sales experts, you can probably, fast forward this video to the original content of this. So, in simple terms, IT pre-sales refers to all the activities that are carried out before the actual sales is happening, right? Like a customer is buying a product, before buying a product. So, it involves understanding the requirements, going through product demos, writing proposals, giving quotations, doing negotiations, performing solution mapping, supporting marketing and sales team with collaterals, blogs, white papers, and so on. Right? So that's a very high level overview. So let me not get into the details. And also on the level of technical knowledge, I would say any marketing or sales team person can talk about the product for 2 minutes, whereas a technical team or a project team can talk about the same product for 30 minutes. But a pre-sales team is something in between them. So we should be, that's what I always used to say. So pre-sales team is a combination of both business skill and technical skill. So we should be able to talk about the same product for 10 minutes. I would say it's just a random number, but I'm just trying to categorize and trying to highlight how much technical knowledge you should be aware of. So if you still want to know more about it, you can probably check some of my old videos in our channel where I explained in detail about the roles and responsibilities of an IT pre-sales consultant. Okay, now let's come back to the original content of this video. Is IT pre-sales a good career choice in this modern era, the era of digitalization and artificial intelligence? In short, I would say IT pre-sales is much more relevant in the current age than any time in the past. See, in this new age, so many new technologies are disrupting the market, right? And companies are not aware which one to choose and which best suits their requirements. This is where exactly an IT pre-sales fits into and comes into the picture. It's all about recommending the best solution to the customer out there in the market after understanding the requirements and business imperatives from the customer. It's all about how it is explained to customers in a business language rather than using jargons. It should be simple. We should use the business language what the customer is actually speaking, and making sure uh, the thing which we want to convey to the customer is portrayed in a simple way as possible. If that is the case, customer would themselves, if and all we need to use jargons, or if and all customer wants to learn it by then customer would probably just open chat gpt and go through what and all they needed, right? So they then pre-sales may not add any value. So I would say IT pre-sales is very much relevant in this current age, especially where we have multiple technologies, so multiple things are happening around us, and I would say it is actually booming in this new era. I mean, the pre-sales as a profile, as a role is booming in this new era. Just for an example, let us open the LinkedIn or Naukri or Indeed job portal and see how many open jobs are there for IT pre-sales consultant. I just want to highlight one thing here. Pre-sales job roles can be called as pre-sales consultants or bid managers, sales engineers, or solution consultants. So it depends upon the company, it depends upon the type of company. It also depends upon the location, because in the western side they mostly call it as sales engineers or solution consultants. When I say western, it's like USA or UK side of the globe, and in India APAC regions, it is more called as bid managers or pre-sales consultants. So let us see how many open opportunities are there in the market right now. I just put the Google search as pre-sales jobs in India, and if I see just LinkedIn, outside it says 2000 plus pre-sales job, and when I get in, it says more than 5,000 open jobs only in India. So I'm not talking about the globe. So only in India we have more than 5,000 open jobs right now. So this is the month of July 2024. So if you see the same result around 5 years back, I really don't know. The number may not be this much. I'm pretty sure since I've been in pre-sales for almost a decade now. Pre-sales was not a very famous role, I would say. In the past, when I started my career, it was a pretty new at that time. It was there for a long time, but it's it's something. It's not a very common role, but nowadays it is a very common role. Pre-sales is a very common role. Each and every IT company will have a pre-sales, a separate pre-sales team. Let it be a product-based company or a service-based company. So if I see here, you can see all sorts of pre-sales ranging across experience, starting from 1 to 2 years, or 5 to 10 years, or 10 to 15 years. So if you see here, they call it as bid manager. It's all falls under the pre-sales umbrella. So you could see a lot of pre-sales engineer, sales engineer, solution consultant. So all this kind of roles would be mentioned here. So and just for our sake, let me just get into one more site which we call it as Naukri in India. And here again, you could see around 5,925, which is approximately 6,000 opportunities, pre-sales opportunities only in India has been posted in this website. So this is how, uh, you know, I don't want to just say it on an ad that pre-sales is booming, and I just want to show it the real happenings in the market. So that's where I just thought of showing these things to you. Okay, so we have seen the relevancy of IT pre-sales role. Now let's understand whether pre-sales consulting is a good choice for you, right? So that's the most important question for most of us right now. And the primary area of your interest should be around understanding, if and all you want to get into pre-sales consulting. The primary area of your interest should be around like something like understanding how business operates, how to provide a right solution to customers, provide proper consulting, meeting customers in person or over remote, and understand their requirements, do some discovery sessions, expect some new challenges every day, right? And also you may need to coordinate with multiple stakeholders involved in the process. um, and you need to be pretty good in documentation skills as well. Probably you could use something like Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel or PowerPoint. And also you should be interested to learn about the new technologies, the latest technologies that is happening, to keep yourself updated. So if these things interest you, then just don't look back. You are the pre-sales consultant that companies are looking for. I'm telling you. As a next step, let me try to categorize which is the right time in your career to be part of the pre-sales team. So everyone would be at some stage in their career. Some may be a fresher, or some may be a 2 to 5 years experience, whatever it is. Let me just try to categorize based on the experience, and let me tell you, uh, is pre-sales a good fit in the current scenario? I mean, the current career period for you. So for freshers, for someone who just comes out of the college, um, from my perspective, I will not recommend to get into IT pre-sales directly, since to excel in pre-sales, you would need both business understanding and high-level technical understanding of the product you are going to deal with. So as a fresher, I would recommend you to get into any sales roles like inside sales or field sales as well, or some technical roles such as software engineers or support consultants as such. You can always get into pre-sales role as we go along, but once you acquire some basic skills, some necessary skills on the business side and also or on the technical side, it's easier for you to get into the pre-sales role. The ride in pre-sales would be much smoother than someone just after the college to get into the pre-sales as a fresher. So that's what I mean. Then let's move on to the 2 to 10 years bucket. So from my experience, from my perspective, I would say this is the ideal time. This is the perfect time for you to get into pre-sales. Once you acquire any one skill such as business understanding, like how overall business operates, or the technical skills like how your product is developed or programmed, right? So for the first 1 or 2 years, you will understand the business understanding if you are in sales, or you will understand about the product if you are in the technical side. So this is the period, where you will learn through working on proposals. I mean, once you get into the pre-sales route, so you will learn through working on proposals, taking notes whenever a senior pre-sales consultant or a solution architect is presenting a solution to the customers, understanding how the overall pre-sale cycle works, how to solution the customer, and finally how to acquire new customers. Right? This is the crucial period in the pre-sales life cycle, and you can learn as much as possible during this period. This is the golden period for, between the 2 to 10 years of your career experience. So this is the golden period for you to get into IT pre-sales, right? Then, if you're having somewhere between 11 to 20 years of career experience, and if you would like to get into pre-sales consultant role, still it is relevant for you. You may come with a rich experience from technical side as software engineer, or from a business side as sales or finance or HR, right? So you can pretty much use your experience when you interact with customers, when you gather requirements, when you prepare proposals, and so on. So, pre-sales process can be learned during on the job, and you can excel by combining your past experience and the new skills you're acquiring during the transition phase into pre-sales. So, get into pre-sales only if you're comfortable interacting with customers, working on some long documents, since these are some of the prerequisites that would be expected from you during your role as a pre-sales consultant, right? And the last one is, again, as per my perspective, it's 20 plus years of overall experience in some other role and would like to get into pre-sales. So if you're planning for a career switch after 20 years of rich experience, I would like to recommend you to take up the people management role within pre-sales, like pre-sales manager or head of pre-sales, rather than taking up the ground role of pre-sales activities like demo to customers or writing a proposal. The reason is you're already coming up with a rich experience, and you can use it in a better way to interact with customers and manage your team and take your team forward rather than you doing all the groundworks. Right? So that's it. So IT pre-sales is growing rapidly in the current digital age, and everyone, as I said, starting from a fresher to 2 to 10 years of experience, or 10 to 20 years, or even after 20 years, everyone has their opportunities to get their hands into this booming department. So IT pre-sales is a great career choice for any experienced people out there in the market. So just get into this role and you will sure thank me later. Let the ride begins. Thank you and see you soon on the next video.